Are you tired of constantly repeating yourself or babysitting new hires? In this video, I'm going to teach you how to train your employees once and have them actually follow through. I'm Abby Johnson with Matterhorn Business Development. I've worked with over 40 industries to help business owners stop the bottlenecks in their businesses. And a huge part of this is making sure that employees are trained effectively and able to do their jobs independent of the owner. And make sure you stick around to the end because I'm going to share with you the most important factor when training an employee on their job. So first of all is documentation. You need to have the job documented. You can't expect for someone to just shadow you and retain all of the information. This is why you're going to get repeat questions or people coming back to you or keep making the same mistakes, is because they didn't have any reference point. They don't have anything to go back to. So if you want to be there to train someone one time and have it work, then you need to have a proper documentation where they can refer back to the documentation and not you. My favorite for this is basically using video in any way, shape, or form you can. Back in the day, because I'm so old now, when I was having to train people on my position, I was in the finance role in a big company. My job was literally all on the computer. It was all point here, click on this button, click this checkbox, everything. And I had to make a written, typed out manual with screenshots, which like Windows barely didn't even do. I mean, this was 2014, 2015, not even that long ago, but technology has advanced so much since then that you can do screen records with pretty much any software. So definitely, if there's any computer work involved, make sure you record a screen share of it and actually talk about what you're doing. The easiest way to do this too, because I know a lot of people say, I don't have time to make training materials. Just record yourself doing the task as you're doing the task. If you need to teach someone how to generate an invoice, actually generate an invoice and record yourself doing it as you're doing it and just narrate what you're doing. All right, so find the customer's name, make sure it's dated, and then I double check the technician notes and make sure that matches up with these items. Whatever it may be, just narrate what you're already doing. You don't need to buy some fancy software in order to do this. Literally, you can open a Zoom room, I think even on a free account, go in a Zoom room by yourself, hit record, share your screen, and you'll get a recording of that. Also, some other well-known softwares are Loom, oddly enough titled like Zoom. That is very well known for being able to easily record your screen. There's another software I've seen ads for, but I haven't personally used. It's called Scribe, and it looks like you're able to kind of record your movements on the screen, and then Scribe will automatically turn that into a training document for you. So that's pretty cool to check out. But again, literally you can just use a free Zoom account or whatever to record on your screen. Now, if you are doing a more technical job, you're trying to teach a technician something, yes, a lot of that is on the job training where they have to watch you, but you can make videos in advance that you have people watch, or even just reference videos for if they're on the job and they run into a certain problem. This can be done with your iPhone. It doesn't have to be fancy and beautiful. The important thing is that the information is there and can be understood. The other mistake I see is sometimes people have an extensive amount of training materials, but it's very disorganized, or it's kind of given to someone all at once, and then they get that drinking from a fire hose sensation where it's just a lot of information at once. So what you want to do is you want to look at the role or the job that you're training and put things in order that makes sense. Start with the easiest task or the most baseline task that they're going to be doing every single day, then do the next harder task and add on and on and on. The way I like to do this is just write down all tasks for a job, everything they're going to be doing, and then you can look at it and assess and rearrange that list. Basically, give someone the easiest task and start adding on and on and on. That way they can get the baseline down and build their skills and understanding from there. The other thing about this is I would have a mixture of training and doing. Let's say you have everything documented. You don't even need to touch this person. They can literally just go watch everything on a computer. If you have 20 hours or even 10 hours of training videos or materials, that is just going to be so mind-numbing, and it's going to be hard for someone to retain that information. So I would break things up. Okay, watch these videos. Now go do that action a few times. Now watch these videos and go do that action. This way someone can actually experience doing doing the task. They're going to retain the information better if they do that. All right, so now for the most important factor, and this was a mistake I made when training my successors, is it's so important for the employee to understand the why of their role. What is the actual purpose of their role? A great example of this is a receptionist. If you don't specify anything to the receptionist, someone will probably come in and assume, well, my purpose is to answer the phone and transfer calls. But really the purpose of a receptionist, and you can write this out to be some beautifully worded thing, but really the purpose of the receptionist is to give a good first impression of your company, greet customers with a smile on their face, make everyone feel warm and welcome, and correctly identify who this person needs to speak to in the company. So that gives a very different picture than just, oh, I take calls and route them. No, a receptionist is really important. That's the face or voice of your company. If a lead is calling in for the first time, that's who they're talking to. That's their first impression of your brand. And once the receptionist understands that as well, they can do their job better. So if you get someone who comes in and you're like, wow, this is a dud and they have no personality and they're not what I'm looking for, well, it's because you didn't tell them. Now, if they have no personality and they are just like, hi, this is Jim's Computer Services, like, okay, that was probably on you for hiring them. But what if you told them this? What if you told them the why? It's going to change their mindset and maybe they go, oh, I need to like actually think about how I'm presenting myself. This is going to give you better performance from the correct employee, and this is going to weed out the incorrect employees or incorrect hires. All right, I hope these were some helpful guidelines for you today. If you're new to us, we're Matterhorn Business Development. We help small business owners add at least $50K to their bottom line through finance and streamlined operations. If you want to find out how we can do this for you, make sure you book a call below. Now, if you're struggling to hire the right employees, make sure you check out this video we have that will be linked next on how to hire employees for small business. I'll see you in the next video.